Hey everyone, welcome to Downward Dog Rising. Today I'm going to give you a workout that will stretch your quads, your hip flexors, and we're also going to work them and work your glutes a little bit so we could stretch them. And it's just to give you a nice stretch release after you work out, like after you go for a run and everything is super tight. This is to get rid of that stiffness so you can move again. All right, let's begin. You'll need a foam roller like the one I have, could be any color. If you have a yoga block, that would be great, or a folded up blanket. If you have a belt from your pants or a yoga strap, that would be great too. And if you don't, no worries. You could even use a Pilates ring. If you had a Pilates ring, that would do. And I'm going to have you start off doing something to open the front of your hips up, the hip flexor. I'm going to get some music on in the background. Let me do that real quick. I forgot. All right, let's see. Making sure it's not too loud. Okay, I want you to take a foam roller horizontally across the bottom of your mat, and then to make it work correctly so you don't lose the foam roller, start with your heels on the foam roll, and then roll up to your tippy toes so you can still maintain control of it. You're still in contact with the foam roll. Butterfly your knees to the sides. Now scoop your abdominal wall tightly to your low back and start again. Roll it in, butterfly, scoop your core in tight, press legs away, and inhale, scoop those abdominals in, exhale, and 7, roll it in, butterfly your knees, scoop your core tight to your back, and 6, you got to start on the heels, end on the toes, or else it'll get away from you. 5, abdominals pull tight to back. 4, inhale, exhale, head lengthens away from tailbone. 3, 2 more, inhale, scoop core tight, exhale, 1 more time. Keeping hips stabilized, wonderful. Okay, next, make sure your foam roll is even, secure across your mat. The arches of your feet are going to be firm on the foam roller. I want you to feel how your chest is open. Think of dropping shoulders down and back, so opening across your collarbones. Turn on your glutes. Inhale, feel the abdominals pull deeply into your back. And then you're going to lift up, straight up. Your glutes are working. You're also going to feel hamstrings big time. Back of thighs. Now lower straight to mat. Inhale, now exhale, lift. Come straight back to mat. 8 more, chest is open, tailbone long. Straight back to mat. 7. Straight back to mat. 6. Reach. Straight back to mat. 5. Feel core deepen into your spine. Hamstrings, glutes, they're both working. 4. Chest wide open, collarbones wide. 3 more. Core tightens in. 2 more times. Core tightens in. I ran for an hour on the beach today, so warning, I can cramp right now at any moment. So just giving you fair warning. Exhale, lift up. Come straight back to mat. Okay, we're going to work our hamstrings extra. So we're going to bridge up, lengthen tailbone. Is it possible to roll out the Try it again. Roll it out a little bit. Ow, bring it in. Holy, ow. Out and in, keep the hips level. I told you I'd cramp. 7, 6, gotta get the glutes on better. 5, out, in, tighten quarterback. 4, ooh, I'm rolling the bottoms of my feet out. At least 3, keep going. Rest when you have to, like I am. 2 more. Tighten into your center. Ow. Last one. Exhale. Inhale, lower down. All right, hug knees to chest. I knew that was going to happen. I ran barefoot for an hour on the beach. So, I mean, it's just what happens. Rock side to side gently. Release your low back. So tonight's workout is for when your hip flexors get super tight here and it feels like it's shortening through here. And then the response, what happens is your pelvis starts to go into this anterior pelvic tilt. You start to arch your back excessively and you push your rib cage forward and out. And I'm basically in this posture all the time right now. My ribs are forward, my pelvis is shifted, my low back is arched, and I realize I went to do something to stretch my leg and it barely moved today. So I was like, time to do a really deep stretch for the front of the thighs. Okay, so before we go into our first stretch for the hip flexor, the psoas, I want you to do something called a heel slide, actually heel glide, where you activate your psoas to do the work. And then I want to put it on a position to separate the thigh from the hip. So here you're in neutral, your hip bones are straight to the sky. I want you to activate deep abdominals. As your abdominals pull in, that is what shifts your pelvis into a posterior pelvic tilt, meaning our low back elongates into the mat. And then if you had a big gap between your low back and the mat, chances are your back now is down on the mat. That's your posterior pelvic tilt. And then here's neutral. You swing forward a little and the hips are just straight above you. So I want you to do 4 more like that. Abdominals draw in, tilt hip bones back. Tailbone is long, your low back is in the mat. And then just come back into neutral. Your hips are straight above you. 3 more. Deep exhale. Scoop in. Back is really on the mat, not because we push it there, because we release it there by scooping in from the front. Big difference. 1 more time. Scoop it in. Hip bones roll back. Hip bones roll forward. All right. Now, if you have osteoporosis, stay neutral spine, hips are straight above you. If not, peel into posterior pelvic tilt, tailbone long into the mat. What I want you to do here is slide your heel out without going like that. How long can you stay in a posterior pelvic tilt without shifting your hips forward? So the goal is to keep your hips in a posterior pelvic tilt. Knee over second toe, slide back in. If you feel like making your legs straighten shifts you forward out of posterior tilt, a posterior pelvic tilt, then you're gonna stop. Like if I were to lose my tilt, I'd stop there. And I'm just working through here right now. Tighten the core to your spine. And 6, chest is open. Tighten into your core, pull back in. And 5, inhale, ribs expand, exhale. I can even feel my patellar tendon getting pulled on right now. It's pretty intense. 4, 3, inhale, Exhale, return. Last one, you're going to inhale. Exhale, return. Hug knees into chest. Go back into neutral. Release your back. Maybe rock side to side if that's okay on your back. Okay, we're going to switch, do the other side. So if you have osteoporosis, stay neutral. Your hips are straight to the ceiling. Or you're going to peel back, scoop in tight, posteriorly tilt pelvis back. Now inhale, slide. This side's different, I can tell already. Exhale, return. Inhale. Exhale. There, just turned on, it wasn't on. Inhale, reach out, scoop your core in tight. Exhale, keep threading your abdominals deeply into your spine. 7 and 6, slide, heel glide, I should say. 5, tighten into your center, use your core to keep your pelvis tilted backwards. 3, inhale, knee over second toe. This knee is tracking over that second toe. 2 more. Exhale, keep pelvis stable by scooping into your core. Exhale, 1 more. And inhale, reach. Exhale, return. Wonderful. Gently rock side to side across your low back. It's going to feel really good on the low back. All right. So, if you don't have a foam roller, do a stretch, Supta Baddha Konasana. Bottoms of feet come together, knees butterfly. Hang out here while we do the next stretch with the foam roller. Just hang out, Supta Baddha Konasana. Recline, butterfly. If you have a foam roller, go ahead and use it right now. You're going to lift. Feel where the front of your hip bone is. Okay, the front of your hip bone, anterior, superior, iliac spine. Basically, the foam roller is going onto the posterior, superior iliac spine on the opposite side, which is lower than your low back, your lumbar spine. So you're going across the back of your pelvis. On the foam roller, you bridge your hip bones up. Now, go across that PSIS, posterior, superior, iliac spine. Maybe superior is up, so it's posterior. Now, what I want you to do, your hip bones do a pull back like that. Here's an arch. Look, I'm arching on purpose. Avoid this where your hip bones roll forward out of neutral. Avoid. That's a compressive load on your back. Peel back instead. Stretch low back long. Now your hip flexors are already on a stretch, and you're going to feel this part lengthening. So just feel that for a moment. Now reach under the knee. Or you could even stay here in a posterior tilt. Do 5 toe taps without letting your pelvis roll forward. 4, without letting your hip bones go forward. 3, scoop your abdominals in super tight. 2, last one. Switch sides. Make sure you're on the back of your hips, not on your low back. Inhale. Now really scoop in tight as you tilt posteriorly back. 4, scoop in tight. 3, I'm holding my hip bones. 2, so I know they're not rolling forward. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Oh, this one's on the front is way tighter. So now you're going to go under the knee. Keep your hip bones rolling backwards. Chest is open, no pressure in the neck. Now see if you can start to inch the left knee, the left leg away from you. Middle of knee is over the second toe. Avoid this. Keep long. Keep tilting your hip bones back. Posterior pelvic tilt. See if you could get this side to stretch and elongate without pulling the hips, pelvis with it. Inhale. So essentially we're stretching here, the front of this thigh. Inhale, exhale, chest is open. Breathe. I'm gonna relax this foot now. Tilt hip bones back, breathe. Feel that oppositional lengthening. By tilting our hip bones this way, we're enabling the deeper stretch of the femur bone to go that way. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more deep inhale. Softly release, wonderful. Carefully take this leg in, bring this leg down. Make sure you don't go like that, where you rib pop and your hip bones roll forward. Roll everything back, integrate ribs together in front. Now reach under this knee. Now you're gonna feel this part open up. You're reaching under this knee, no weight in the neck, tailbone long, and your hip bones roll this way. Now, slowly start to reach this leg long. Middle and kneecap is over the second toe. Slowly reach it out. Avoid letting the hips fall forward. See if you can keep stretching that leg away from you. Breathe. Breathe into the tightness. Inhaling and exhaling. See if you can keep tilting your hip bones back. Create some space for your low back. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel how this area here is essentially pulling apart oppositional energy. It's being pulled apart right now. Inhale, exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Feel that hip opening. Soften, breathe. Feel that release. One more deep inhale here. Softly, slowly start to bring this leg back in. Now without rolling your hip bones forward, keep a posterior pelvic tilt. Lift up the legs, keep the low back long. You're across, here's the hip bone in front. I'm on the opposite side. The iliac crest. Across the back of the pelvis. Slowly roll side to side. Right across the back of the pelvis. So the low back is up higher. Make sure you're across the back of the hips, not the low back. You don't want to hurt your back vertebra. Side to side, easy and slow. Might be really tender. Across the back of the pelvis. 4, side to side. 3. Again, there's no pressure in the neck. 2 more. And last one. All right. Now slowly take the roller out. And then take a second. Oh, that feels so good now. Now see what the front of your hips feel like. They're gonna feel open and released. And then the low back is going to be super close to the mat. Like if you started with a huge gap between your low back and the mat, it's going to be a lot closer down to the mat right now. Just enjoy this for a second, feeling the connection between the back of the pelvis is on the mat. The low back is close to the mat. Just feel how you have more surface area, like you're connected into the mat more, things released. The energy is pulsating through the front of the hips. Right here, you're going to feel blood flow, more openness. All right. So next, do you have a yoga block? Let's do that one next if you have one. Hopefully you do. We're going to roll ourselves all the way up and we're going to take a yoga block. We're going to go vertically and we're going to go right under our pelvis, vertically, like right down under sacrum area, center of the back of the pelvis. So you're going to put this on your mat. You're going to slowly roll down. Now I want you to bridge up so there's no pillow under the head. Neck is long. Avoid putting pressure in cervical vertebra and neck. Bridge up. Place the yoga block under the back of your pelvis vertically, and it's going to be aligned like under the tailbone. And then you're just going to let your back relax onto the yoga block, just trying to decompress that low back area a little bit. So just have maybe palms to sky. Just stay here and breathe for a moment. Just want to let that low back release, tailbone, sacrum. Feel chest is open. Gravity puts so much pressure on our bodies because we're vertical. We're two-footers, two-leggers. We stand straight up. So all that force is going down to the bottom of our spine. Just breathing in, breathing out. Maybe nod head side to side. Release the sides of your neck a little bit. Return back center. All right. Now, if you feel like your back is comfortable and you want to go a little higher, you could switch out your yoga block. So here's one direction. I'm going to go this way, right under tailbone sacrum, and just rise up a little bit higher. So I went from there to here. I'm not going to go that high. I'm just going to go to the second one. So here I am. I'm lifting up. I'm going to align the bottom of the yoga block so it's under my pelvis. And again, I'm not going to let my rib cage here. I'm totally forward. My ribs are popping and I'm arching my back, showing you what to avoid. So what do I have to do? I've got to draw my ribs down and together, and I have to integrate the front of my ribs with the front of my pelvis, so my alignment is just flowing down. And then just stay here. Now, if you have any discomfort at all in your neck or your low back, that means you're up too high for what your spine can be supported in, and you need to lower down or come down. So just stay here for a little bit. We're still releasing the front, and then we're supporting the back, decompressing, creating some space, tailbone long. Press into all four corners of your feet. Avoid putting all the weight in the neck. Let's cross your middle back, shoulder blades. Just hang out for a moment. Take a few more deep inhales and exhales. It's like your tailbone stretches long. Your ribs integrate down and together. 2 more deep inhales here. Exhale, release. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, release. Wonderful. Slowly slide out your yoga block. Stretch tailbone long. Come all the way down. And then just reach under the knees and hug in for a moment. If you're in reclined butterfly, you're going to hug your knees into your chest now. If it's within your practice, you're going to slowly rock side to side across your low back. Breathing in, breathing out. Cool. Okay, now we're gonna need our belt. Either you could use a belt that you use in your pants. I used one of those forever until I finally got myself a yoga strap. So I'm gonna have you just draw abdominal wall in slowly. You're gonna rock up. You're gonna grab your pants belt, or you're going to grab your yoga strap or stretch band, whatever you can find. Now, sometimes when I don't have time, I just go like that, grab it, hold it like that. And then I think I already have a little thing made here, so I could just stick my foot in it. There's like a little loop. You could stick your foot through. And I'm gonna ask you to come onto your side now, lie on your side, and then I'll explain what to do so you don't arch your back and you give your spine some extra support. Yeah, I needed to stretch. I'm cramping way too much. Just moving causes me to cramp. I had some Powerade water. I'm gonna drink more water. Okay, so from the knees being 90 degrees in front of you, you're gonna drop down this direction. Maybe extend the bottom leg out straight. Now, I want you to point your two hip bones forward, and then I want you to imagine your tailbone is dropping down as you press your two hip bones forward. That way, hip bones press forward, your tailbone elongates, and once again, we're promoting neutral spine, where the front of the ribs meet the back of the ribs. You're not jutting your entire rib cage forward, popping the ribs out. So you're keeping your alignment, your ribs integrate with your hips. And then maybe you'll take your strap, reach it over your head like this, and then just kind of like keep pressing your hips forward. I'm actually feeling a stretch through my abdominal wall now in my ribs. So the psoas is super tight. It goes through the pelvic floor. Like, you might be getting different sensations right now. The more you press your hip bones forward, the more you lengthen your tailbone down. Not only do you get down in here, but we're starting to get into these tissues up through here. It's crazy. If you press hips forward, tailbone long, oof, you're gonna feel more involvement up and through there. And that's why we're doing this. Inhale, exhale. I mean, it's not an easy to reach spot. It's kind of hard to get in there. You're gonna inhale, tailbone long, and then exhale. Breathe. Breathing in, breathing out. Oof. Just breathe. Careful it doesn't put any pressure or tension on your knee. Keep the kneecaps straight over second toe. Inhale, exhale. Yeah, if it gets way too tight up in there, what it's going to happen is where it inserts into your back vertebra, it's going to pull so hard that starts tilting your pelvis, and it's going to make you get like a big arch in your spine, hyperlordotic back. And then throw everything out of alignment. Breathing in, breathing out. All right, I'm gonna let go or else it's gonna bother the knee. So I'm gonna take you into three-way stretch or Padangusthasana ABC, because then that'll get into our side hip, lateral hip and thigh, and our hamstring, the back, the posterior of the thigh. Oof. So now slowly, roll onto your back. I know I need to stretch when moving is causing like stiff pain sensations. I'm gonna go to bed after this, actually. I need it. All right, now what I want you to do, its strap is still on your foot. Make sure you're like centered on your mat, you're comfortable, your shoulders are over your hips. And then what I want you to do is just relax. You could have a pillow for this part if you want one. You could either keep this leg bent, that will help keep your spine, neutral spine, easier so you don't anteriorly tilt the pelvis. Stay like that, knee bent. But if you want to go ahead and get into the front of this hip and you can keep your pelvis stable, then you could straighten that leg out. And then I just want you, I'm not going to do a bunch of reaching. Sometimes I reach forward. Let's just do 3. Here's 1, pull it closer. Like an active isolated stretch. Proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation, just moving, and then we'll stretch 2. We stretch the front, and now we're going to stretch the back, and we'll hold a passive stretch then. So just bring this leg wherever you can, and then so you don't tense your shoulders, your neck to do the stretch, bend your elbows, relax your shoulders, and just keep the elbows bent by your sides. Then you can hold the strap or belt like that with your arms resting by your sides. Your hip bones are straight, they're even, they're level across, and just stay here and breathe. And also we're stretching all the way up the back of the leg. It's going to feel nice. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Feel really good on the back of that leg. Okay, now maybe you'll bend this leg, keep hips straight. Now we're going to go to the side 3 times. Ooh, adductor stretch, inner thigh without rotating your pelvis. Hips are straight above you. Stretch sideways. So I'm going to keep your hips straight above you. Keep the hip alignment. 2. One more time. Here's 3. You'll feel that inner thigh. Adductor magnus, adductor longus, adductor brevis, gracilis, and sartorius. I think that's what they're called. It's been a while since I was in school. Breathing in, breathing out. Now we're gonna take this leg straight. If you're super duper tight on that iliotibial band, or if you've had a hip replacement, you're not crossing over midline. You don't want to affect the prosthetic hip by going over midline. So you would stop like here and just chill. So that leg would just stay right there. Maybe you would just bend the leg here and hang out for a bit just to stretch so you don't affect the hip replacement. Now, if you don't have a hip replacement, you could extend this leg straight. And then depending if we do a spinal twist or if we just want to stretch our lateral hip and thigh, for right now, let's start keeping the right sits bone on the mat under your body. Create some space and length here in the front between the rib and the hip and just pass across your midline for a moment. Relax your shoulders into the mat. You're inhaling, you're exhaling, your spine is long. Breathing in, breathing out. Now, if you want to make it deeper, you're going to do a lateral, not lateral. You're going to bring the ankle, the toes point down, and pull a little bit more, and you're going to feel it really intensify. Go back to the first way if it's too intense. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathing in, breathing out. Because you're going to get the tibia muscles all the way down. You're going to get the ankle. You're going to get the foot, side foot, everything all the way down. Breathe in, breathe out. Now if you come back into neutral, now say you want to get a little spinal twist and you don't have osteoporosis or herniated discs, you can rotate like that and twist the spine. The shoulder stays on the mat. Just stay here for a moment, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Your shoulders on the mat. Inhale, exhale. One more deep inhale, exhale. Just wanted to show you that variation, and then slowly come back across. All right, we're gonna do this on our other side. I'm just gonna come on up, switch sides. So it was my right side, yeah. Now it's gonna be the left side. That's so bizarre. I just did it and I had to feel it. Roll it back. All right, so now we're gonna get into your hamstring. Oh, let's see. I need more liquid. I usually have a jar of olives, and after a run, I slam olives because they're salty. It just goes down really well. Woo. All right, let's take our left leg up, and you're gonna go 3 times. You're gonna pull towards you. Keep your hips stable. Pelvis is stabilized on the mat. Inhale, exhale. Maybe you take this leg down if you can keep the hips stable. One more time. Then you're gonna relax your shoulders. Keep back of arms on mat. Pull that leg towards you. Breathe. Those hamstrings to lengthen. We need to do our hip flexor stretch and our quad stretch. So we're coming back to this one. We're going to turn onto our side. That's what I felt was different. Let's start with our hip flexor quad stretch. There's a method to my madness. So first we're gonna get the front, then we're gonna go to the back, and then we'll get to the side, out, inside, outside of leg. Okay, so I need you to take your tailbone long, so you don't arch your back. We want support. And then I can tell there's a rib hump. That's scoliosis right there. So I'm just gonna adjust my body a little bit to try to control my ribs. Pull so that hump doesn't stick out so bad. Tailbone presses long and the hip bones roll forward. Okay, so my rib isn't that noticeable right there. I just kind of adjusted. So now this bottom leg can extend straight. Pull the hips in alignment. Adjust so you don't over rotate your rib cage. Your hip bones press forward, and then your tailbone lengthens. And just see if you could stay like that. So my spine likes to twist right. I'm just trying to guide my spine back to the center. And just stay here and breathe. Press hip bones forward, tailbone stretches long. Inhale, exhale. Top of head stretches away from tailbone. Think of the middle of this left kneecap, or whichever knee is being stretched, is over second toe for the tracking of the knee. You have to kind of sometimes really pull those ribs to get back. Trying to keep myself from twisting around the center. Breathing in, breathing out. Hip bones press forward. Your tailbone stretches long. Inhale, exhale. Yeah, this side, it's not as, I'm not getting it through here like I was on that side. I can feel like my ribs are tight. I can feel like tightness in the spine because of a rotation. So then you could kind of feel on each side how your body could be different. Press hip bones forward, tailbone long. Keep your alignment. Hips are straight. Breathe in, breathe out. There, now I'm starting to get a little bit through here. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. This is intense. Breathing in, breathing out. 2 more times. Tailbone long. Press hip bones forward. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. You're going to inhale. Exhale. Let it all out. Awesome. Okay. Carefully, slowly, we're going to release this leg. And then we're going to roll onto our back. Oh, all right. And we're going to go back into that hamstring stretch now. Make sure your shoulders are straight above your 2 hip bones so you're aligned. And if you need extra support for lumbar stability, for pelvic stability, keep this leg bent. Or you can extend this leg straight, making sure you don't arch your back off the mat. Pull this leg towards you, reach it away, just 3 times, 2 more. Pull it towards you, reach it away. 1 more. Now relax your shoulders, relax your arms into the mat. Your upper arms stay down on mat. Relax those shoulders. Pull that leg towards you. Stay here and breathe. Think of that tailbone lengthening. See if you have equal weight on each one of your sits bones. In case your pelvis wants to twist or anything, equal weight on each sits bone. Breathe in, breathe out. Chest is open. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel chest is open, collarbones wide. All right, we're gonna get our inner thigh, our adductors, hips are straight, keeping hips extra stable. Maybe you'll have this leg bent, reach sideways, feel that inner thigh, come back in. You're gonna reach sideways. Feel that inner thigh. This knee stays bent if you want extra stability. If you want to stretch the front of this hip, extend that leg straight. Stay here and breathe. Notice how the other side feels. Breathing in, breathing out. I'm going to try to see if I can go a little higher. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Hip bones are still facing straight above you that way. One more deep inhale here. Exhale, come back center. Avoid this. If you've had a hip replacement, bend this leg and you would just stay here and then go like this and just let the leg externally rotate. That way You're going external rotation, you're not internally rotating and affecting the prosthetic hip. So that's what you would do in that case. Otherwise, you can keep the back of the sits bone on your mat, and then you're just gonna reach across, try to create the space in the front between the rib cage, the hip bone. So I'm just trying to keep a stable pelvis. At the end, I'll let you twist your spine if you so desire. You're gonna feel some space here between the rib and the hip. You're just gonna reach across, that sits bones on the mat, pull across. Make some room at the very top if you can. Breathing in, breathing out. Your shoulders are down on mat. Breathe. If you want to tweak it and get an extra stretch for the top outside of that hip, running all the way down into the tibia and the ankle, the foot, rotate downward and just stay there and breathe. Shoulders are down on mat. Maybe come back into neutral. Okay, now, if you want to do a spinal twist, hips are squared. You would let your sits bone come up, but keep your shoulders on the mat and just twist your spine. Your shoulders are down and back. Maybe do a couple breaths here without forcing anything. I'm gonna let my leg not go all the way down. I'm gonna keep the shoulder down. Breathe. I don't want to overdo it on my spine, so I stop myself from going too far on this side. It feels different. Listen to your body always. Two more deep inhales here. One more deep inhale. Exhale. We're going to softly, slowly come back center. Excellent. Now we're going to take our foot out of the strap. And then we're just going to hug both legs in for a second. Tailbone heavy on your mat. Take 3 deep inhales to the center of your back between your shoulder blades. Let your tailbone heavy into the mat. Breathing in, breathing out. One more time. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Feel how your tailbone, your sacrum are just sinking into the mat under your body. And I don't know, I think it would absolutely feel fantastic right now to do a happy baby. So let's go for it. You're going to take your hand to the outside of your pinky toes. Then you're going to lift. You're going to drop those knees out. And you're just going to kind of rock gently side to side. And just let those legs start to fall outward. Feel the femur bones going deeper down into your hip sockets. Relax your shoulders down and back and breathe. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel that crease right in front of the hip and thigh. Really get the air into the lower lobes of your lungs. Softly expel all the air out. Inhaling and exhaling. Allow that low back, make a deeper connection into the mat. Feel those inner thighs, those hips releasing, the low back releasing. Softly breathe. More of your spine is dropping into the mat, making contact into the mat. 2 more deep inhales here. 1 more time. Exhale, release, wonderful. Gently bring feet to mat, and then maybe do this little windshield wiper side to side a couple times. Side to side, there we go. Okay, plant your feet against the mat, hip width apart, tailbone long. Reach arms firmly down into the mat, keep chest open. I want you to just do 3 bridges, lift up your heart, tailbone long, and then just lower your hips to the mat. So you're gonna elevate your heart, the ribs are integrated down and together, tailbone is long, glutes are engaged. Lower straight back to mat. And 1 more time, squeeze glutes, tailbone stretches long. Your ribs are integrated, they're not popping out in front. Tailbone long, your glutes are turned on. You may even feel those hamstrings, I do. Breathe in, breathe out, and bring your hips straight to the mat. Awesome. All right. Either roll sideways and push up using top arm, or nod your chin and slowly hug knees to chest. Breathe into the space. Mid back, right in between your shoulder blades, and then softly, gently rock and roll up. Scoop into your center, and you're just gonna roll up. All right. Now, the last thing we're gonna do, grab your blanket or your yoga block, and then we're gonna do a little straddle stretch, just because it would feel amazing after all that stuff we just did. It'll also feel amazing to go into a straddle right about now. So, shake your knees out for a second. Let those legs release. You may even feel those inner thighs some more here. Inner thighs stretching, lengthening. Make sure your kneecaps are facing up. We want to avoid letting the knees overly rotate, pointing forward. We want to keep them up, toes to sky. Lift up. And I want you to create maximal length in spine first. Drop equally into each half of your pelvis. Essentially, the weight is equal across each of your sits bones. Now you're going to take those arms down in front, and then just lift up, lengthen. Breathe in, breathe out. And then do a little hinge forward, but the knees stay straight up above you to the sky. Inhale, exhale. You're gonna inhale, exhale, use a block if you need one. And just find a place where you can rest and breathe a little bit more. Feel how it starts to open across your low back. You're gonna elevate your heart coming through. Inhale, exhale. If you need to give yourself a little more time to get there, like me, give yourself some more time to get there. If you could come all the way down, you can maybe rest your forehead, make a fist with each hand, and you would just rest your forehead. I can do it, I just don't like to force, so it's uncomfortable to force it, so I'm gonna hang out here. Just stay here and breathe. Reach through the arches of your feet like you're pushing your legs away from your center. Inhale, exhale. Just gonna recenter a little bit. Breathe, let it go. Let it go. Any tension anywhere in your body, let it go. Release. That'll allow you to go deeper into your stretch right now. Breathe it out. Go a little deeper for a little bit. I think I'm gonna make this come up higher. Yep. Keep the neck long so your shoulders avoid scrunching up. Those knees stay facing upwards. Breathe. You'll also feel the low back opening up. I think I can sleep tonight. How about that? How awesome will that be? We're going to slowly make our way down a little bit more if it's possible. Breathing in, those knees face up, breathing out. Feel those inner thighs. Feel those hips. Parts of those hamstrings really pulling on. Maybe you'll stretch your breastbone, center it. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Take 2 more deep inhales here. 1 more time. And slowly bring hands under the shoulders, press into your palms, and just rise up. Oh, yes. Bring your thighs back together. We're going to shake out those knees now. All right. Bring palms under the shoulders, fold those knees in, do a little windshield wiper side to side a couple times, release those hips. Awesome. Side to side. Okay. Maybe rise up. Inhale, circle those arms around. 2 more. Extend the spine, lift your heart. 1 more time, extend your spine. And lift your heart. Wonderful. We're going to come back, face forward, crisscross your ankles. I'm going to ask you to take your hands behind your back, clasp the hands together, and just settle into your hips. You're going to lean ear towards shoulder, away from your hands. Take a breath here, ever so gently. Go the other way. You're gonna feel how that shoulder's totally tractioned out, the side of the neck, the jaw, everything's getting a good stretch. Collarbone wide. Breathe. If it's too much of a stretch, ease out of it, come back out of it. Maybe tilt chin up a baby bit. Maybe tilt chin down a baby bit. Return to the center. Now take both hands to the other side behind your back. Now just gently tilt away from the hands. Feel side and neck lengthen. Now slowly, ever so gently, tilt your ear towards the hands. Go easy and slow because that opposite shoulder is getting tractioned out. Soften the jaw, feel the collarbone widen. Inhale, exhale. If you need to come out of it, do so. Inhale, exhale. Slowly tilt your chin up. And slowly tilt your chin down. Now gently come back center. Awesome. Take a deep inhale here. And we're just gonna bring our hands to our heart. Feeling at peace and balanced. For those deep stretches we just did. Much needed, necessary. Thanks everyone for joining. Peace everyone, appreciate you. If you enjoyed my content, if you like this workout today, please hit like, share, subscribe. I'd appreciate it. It'll help me grow my channel. And I thank you again. And I am going to sleep. I think I could actually fall asleep within minutes, so I'm gonna go with it. All right, later everybody. Take care, hope this helped. Bye, peace.